As I reflect upon my talents and interests, the activities that bring me joy and fulfillment, I realize that these are the things that give shape to my purpose in life. And each one is a gift from God, meant to be developed and shared. Each new day, I welcome the opportunity to put my spiritual gifts into practice, to grow them and expand the blessings that they are. I confidently share my talents with the people around me with commitment and enthusiasm. When I love what I do and do it with purpose, I am a blessing to the world. I am a unique and divine expression of spirit. My life is filled with purpose and meaning as I develop and share my spiritual gift with others. Do not neglect the gift that is in you. Put these things into practice. Devote yourself to them so that all may see your progress. 1 Timothy 4:14 and 15. Great things happen. Great things have happened all week. Great things will continue to happen because you are going to make a difference. That scripture was used there at the Promises Incorporated dinner, the annual Senior Helping Kids Banquet and Awards Ceremony. Just to start, the scripture just touched my heart so that I promised everyone that I would share that with them at the start of the show. We are indeed blessed to be here this morning. We've had trying times, but we've had some great times. This is a special weekend because it's Memorial Day. This is a special weekend because the Lord has blessed us with beautiful weather. We've gone through the rain, but if you look outside, and I want you to look up because Tinker Air Force Base, there's some great things that will be happening out there. Those of you that are down on the other end of Martin Luther King, swinging that golf club, trying to hit that little golf ball, great things will be happening there at Lincoln Park. Those of you that are out by the Oklahoma River, right here in Oklahoma City, right there off of Reno and Martin Luther King, you know how beautiful the water is out there. We're counting on you, OCU. We're counting on those students who just graduated from high school this year to make a difference. Hopefully, this might be the class of 2008, where someone will come up with that cure for cancer, that cure for the Lou Gehrig disease, that cure for all of the sicknesses that we have, along with prayer, along with knowledge, and along with our concern and our love for our fellow man. We can make a difference. Sit back. No, don't relax, because you got a lot of notes to take this morning. we have a lot of notes, a lot of things that are going on. Now, I'm going to start in a way where you know the activities that are going on today. You know what's going on tomorrow. Brother Gilstrap, we're proud of you here at the Clara Luper radio show. And those dedicated and those highly motivated workers that work at Baptist Hospital, that work at St. Anthony's Hospital, that work at the VA, and the other hospitals in our community, this part of the program goes out to you, because thank you for helping the Lord do helping the Lord do his work, helping heal those of us who have been sick. We're counting on you. Those of you who are sick, this song goes out to you. Over 46 years ago, out at Dungy High School, there in the Spencer community, something special started happening, and the celebration continues as we speak today. Over 46 years ago, there was a little old teacher out there that was trying to teach. I don't think they called it agriculture then, but they taught he taught something about how to be a good farmer, how to raise your cows, how to raise chickens. Everybody laughed at him. But 46 years ago, a mark was being made. Great things have happened. Great things will continue to happen. We're going to tell you about it. But then there's something coming up Monday, that pencil and paper I told you to have ready. You're going to need it. Is that the call I've been waiting on, Lex? Is that my man? Is that him? Is that another? Well, we'll let him brag on himself. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Calvin. How are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. Am I fortunate enough to be talking with one of the best barbers, if not the best barber in Oklahoma?
Well, yes, sir.
I knew you wouldn't hesitate to brag on it.
That's right.
And who is this?
This is Clarence Adams with Adams and Son.
Adams and Son.
Yes, 1517 Northeast 23rd and 1521 Northeast 23rd.
And Adams and Son. What about that beautiful wife of yours? Doesn't she have does she do
Yes,
barber work
Bertha's
too?
Beauty Shop at 3120 Northeast 14th Place. Been here for years.
Okay. Hey, Clarence.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's some other things that have been going on for years that you've been a part of. And first of all, I'd like to say welcome back to the working community. I know you've been under the weather a little bit,
Yes.
but thanks to the grace of God and the many prayers that have gone up, you're back at it. What's
Yes,
going
sir.
on, man? What will be happening Monday?
Well, actually, before I went in, got sick, we had a kind of coming together of the barbers and the beauticians. All of those had been in the shop and had left and established their own business and stuff. We have a date where we can come back together and say hello.
Uh huh.
And this year we call it Barbershop Picnic or Barbershop Reunion. This year we're having it the old Edwards Park. They done revitalized that place down there now, and it's really beautiful. And we're gonna have karaoke. We're gonna have a little food. They got basketball goals down there, and sometimes we play a little dominoes. Have things for the children.
Yes.
It's just a fun day, all day long. It's a fun day. We start around 12.
Start around 12
Yes,
noon Monday.
yes.
So, in other words, at Edwards Park there at 16th and Grand Boulevard, actually about 10th and Grand Boulevard,
Between 10th and 16th.
16th, you can come there, and even if you have a favorite barber and you're going to go back to him, you can meet some of the barbering community. Is that the right way to say that?
Yeah,
Barbering.
we all just a big family here in Oklahoma City, and they've all went their separate way, but yet we all love one another. When we see one another, we're glad to see one another. So decided to put a day together where all of us can come together and say hi.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Hey, now is the public invited to this?
Yeah, all our customers, those
Okay.
who want to come. Yeah.
Those that want to come, of course. All right, parking is free. We're talking about not the old. Clarence called it the old Edwards Park, I guess, because
It's the revive.
yeah, he's been going by Edwards Park so long it is old.
That's right.
But then thanks to Willa Johnson and city council people and the county commissioners and just the Oklahoma family, the Oklahoma City family, that park has been gone through some changes. And I think I know we'll all be proud of it when we take the time to look at it. So 12
yeah.
o'clock Monday,
Yes, sir.
come to Edwards Park.
Yes, sir.
And in the meanwhile, now the barbershops are closed on Monday, not only because it's a holiday, but state law too closes barbershops on Mondays.
Yeah, we
We all
close
know
on
that.
Monday. It's agreement that we close on Monday.
So we know where the barbers have no excuse. And there will be no hair cutting there at the park. This is a holiday.
No, we ain't cutting no hair.
This is an off day.
We're going to talk about
We're
cutting
going to
hair.
talk about it
Yeah.
and go from it on that. Okay. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing it and being a part of it. Do you remember a young man out at Dungy School that taught agriculture? I guess. Did you know that? Do you know that? No. Well, keep listening to the Clara Luper Show where we're live. We're in
All
beautiful
right.
living color. And we will
right.
tell
I'd
you
love to hear
about this young man that
All
taught.
right, I'd love to hear about agriculture. I'm a farm boy anyway.
Well, this
I
man.
come off the farm.
Well, you after hearing about this young man, you may want to go back to the farm. No, I don't know. You've got a great profession there. You got your sons with you. You have your beautiful wife working with you, and all of you have over the years made a tremendous impact on our Oklahoma City community. Keep up the good work, and we look forward to seeing you Monday. All right.
Thank you.
All
God bless
right.
you.
May He continue to bless the Adams family.
Thank you.
Clara and what are your sons' name? I can't remember all.
Greg,
Greg
Adams, Anthony Adams, and
and-
Clarence Jr. Adams.
Clarence Jr. You finally named one of them Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Bertha. Thank you, Clarence Jr., Anthony, and Greg. We know that the Adams family name will continue, and that tradition of excellence will continue. Way to go, brother. Northeast 23rd. Actually, that's the Clara Luper corridor.
That's right.
So that's another first. We'll tell you more about it. But the man that I'm talking about of the hour that was out of Dungy School over 46 years ago, he got to thinking about that agriculture, and he got to realizing what happens to help make things grow. And I'm talking about a young man named Reverend W.B. Parker. and he went off into the ministry. I think it was about 50 years ago, actually. He went off into the ministry. But I know it was his understanding of growth. It was his understanding of life and the many different ways to celebrate it that has helped make the past 50 years, probably more than that, seem like Winfred Lee and all those could probably uh, point to the exact date on it. Aunt Nancy Davis out there, well, I know, will know the exact day. But the Lord asked him, the Lord gave him the inspiration. The Lord told him, hey, Reverend Parker, you're doing a good job teaching these young people, but there's something else that we want you to do, that he wanted him to do, and he's continued to do it. And on June the 1st, the ministry of Reverend W.B. Parker will be celebrated. Not only will it be the ministry, but it will be something there to the loving St. James Church that will be an inspiration to us all. Well, that pencil better be right, better be working now that I told you about that paper. You got something for Monday, starting at 12 o'clock, June the 1st. You got the services, the Sunday morning services out at the Loving St. James Church, where they'll be celebrating the 46th anniversary appreciation services. But on the way to the Loving St. James, pass by that Dungy School. And remember there, right there, and the many lives that he touched before he went into the ministry as a dynamic teacher, as an assistant principal, but better than that, as an example to the entire community. Thank you, Reverend Parker and Mrs. Parker, Mrs. Beatrice Parker, and all the little Parkers. Thank y'all for sharing him with us here in this community. Hey, great thing. No, in this nation. How can I just say this community? Because it just didn't stop there in the Spencer area. It just didn't stop. Has not stopped at the Loving St. James Baptist Church. Great things will happen. Thank you for sending up your prayers for two very special people this day that look forward to sharing with you the information about them. They're doing as well as can be expected, but with your prayers, I think that they will be doing a lot better. I'm talking about my dear friend, Mrs. Lucille Williams. I'm talking about the Williams family, Portwood, and that entire family. We've shared our joys during the past months here recently, but now we need your prayers and hoping that our dear friend Lucille Williams hurries and gets as better. Then also the Germany family, the Clark family. I'm talking about my dear friend, my dear cousin, Carlos Clark, who's at St. Anthony Hospital. Would you send up a special prayer for him? Because he too needs your prayer. Now, I know there's some more people out there that you know about who would appreciate your prayer. Send up a prayer for them. It won't hurt nothing because this is holiday season. This is a season where they may not be able to be with you in physically, but they will be with you in spirit. So let's pray for those people that won't be with us this holiday, but will be there with spirit, in their spirit. I think of in a few minutes over in Weatherford, Oklahoma, there at the Church of Christ on 1701 Pine Street. We're going to be funeralizing a young lady who's contributed a lot to Clinton, to the Weatherford community, to the OU community, to the Miss Black Oklahoma family, to the Tulsa family, to the what no telling what all the kids have gotten involved in. What her kid, to the Houston community. I'm talking about Eugene Ross's mother will be funeralized this morning, Mrs. Versa Stevenson, at 10 o'clock at the Church of Christ at Pine Street. Our condolences and our prayers go out, and we ask you to pray with them for the strength that is necessary during this time of life. So, Eugene and Mrs. Stevenson, you have our prayers, and we know that we know that you've done a good job because the fruit don't fall far from the tree, and you've definitely shown us how good, how great, how dedicated, how concerned you have been about the young people in our lives. We appreciate it. Sit back. Get that sharpen that. Well, you don't need to sharpen it. I haven't told you that much yet to sharpen that pencil. to write that down, except for the Reverend Parker's celebration coming up. Tell you a little bit about the Barber's celebration coming up Monday. And I'm getting ready to get to the good stuff now. Well, all of that is good, but there's some more good stuff that will be going on. Getting ready to go on coming up the month of June, and that's the Miss Black Oklahoma contest. The statewide contest will be held here in Oklahoma City, and you want to know more about that. This is a long time for that too, and this is the Clara Luper Radio Show. This is the show where you first heard about Miss Black Oklahoma pageantry on KTLV live and in beautiful living color. By now, that neighbor knows that they should be listening. So Lex, let me hear this song. Can I send this out to Mrs. Stevenson over there in Weatherford, Oklahoma, and to the Stevenson family, and Eugene Ross and his family. May this give you some additional strength, my brother. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back to the Clara Luper Show, but a special welcome to those young people, those dedicated servicemen who are here as a part of the air show that will be out at Tinker Air Force Base. If you're a regular listener to the show, even if you aren't, you know that we just passed that bond issue where we asked to get GM um, the space where the General Motors plant was, make that accessible for Tinkerfield. And this weekend, we have an opportunity to use it because we can park over at the old GM plant and go over to Tinker Air Force Base and get a real close-up look for our air show. But then, even if you on the any side of Oklahoma City, just look up in the sky. Look up there and you'll see you see what these young men have learned over the years. You'll see how they've learned to fly and work together as a team. They're up there in the sky, but down here on the ground, there have been some dedicated workers that are making sure that not only those planes, but those planes across this world continue to fly and to protect us in the time when the time is necessary. You can call in for that air support, and the Air Force will be there. Either the Air Force or the Army or the Marine pilots, they coming. We're coming. We're bringing smoke, and say affectionately say. But tonight, and all during the course of the day, you're going to see some precision flying. You're going to see some outstanding demonstrations, which gives you a better understanding of the type of talent that's needed. Hopefully, we don't have to go after we get out of this conflict and this war that we're in. That'll be the last one. But that's wishful thinking. But today is a special day at Tinkerfield. You are invited to be a part of it. And admission is so much, a gallon of gas to get to GM maybe. And then you get there and everything else is free. Or you might can stand out in your front yard and look up and see what will be happening. Great things are happening here in Oklahoma City. Great things will continue to happen because we are a growing city. We are a growing state. One of the motivating factors of it is that we want to brag. You know, funny thing about us Oklahomans, we love bragging on how great we can do things, how great the differences that we've made. And time is coming that each and every organization, each and every club, where we're gonna have a special time on bragging. I like to brag on about Martin Luther King Avenue. I like to brag about the Clara Luper corridor because it's true. You've seen the difference. We can start there at 16th and Martin Luther King, and we know that the YWCA needs our help. We can go on up the street to 23rd and Martin Luther King, where at hometown. They're at hometown. We're going to get some great buys in groceries. We're going to get some great service. We're going to get some courteous service. We're going to get some great people helping us to take our groceries out to our automobiles. We're going to get the very best there. 23rd Martin Luther King there. We've passed by the Ralph Ellison Library. We'll tell you more about that. That poor pencil ought to be right. And I don't have that address of the Ralph Ellison Library, but I do know that if you're going north on Martin Luther King, you're going to see on the east side there Ralph Ellison Library. Great books, great things are in there. And your kids have some. Your kids now that school is out, now that they walked across the stage, got that diploma, they still must realize you got some more learning to do. Ralph Ellison will be a good start for you. Then further down the street, I'm going to brag on the Freedom Center. And of course, I'm going to brag on Philip Gates because Mr. Gates taught Philip that, boy, you better do a good job. But we'll tell you more about the Freedom Center. We'll tell you more about Gates Barbershop after we talk with this caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Clara Luper Show.
Calvin Luper, Willard Lindsay, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Willard Lindsay? Willard Lindsay. That name sounds familiar.
Well, yeah.
What's going on, my brother?
Well, I just thought
I
I'd
know
call.
when I haven't heard from you in so long, man. Are you still here in the Oklahoma City area?
Well, yes, I still live. I still live here in Oklahoma City. Still try to get around and do a few good things every now and then. Yes.
Okay.
I was actually calling to congratulate you on 38 years with Miss Black Oklahoma and 50 years as we approach the 50-year anniversary of the sit-in movement.
Oh man, thank you so much because the time has flown by, but then the accomplishments and the good things, it's kind of. I look in the mirror and I see these gray hairs. I say, "Dog, 50 years ago, I didn't." I was wishing I could shave. Now I'm wishing I didn't have to shave.
I was a little baby then. I just turned 50 on April 15th.
Oh, okay. Let me make a note. April 15th, baby.
Hey.
Willard
Be nice.
Okay.
But sometimes I think that we look back and say 50 years is a long time and we've arrived. But there's still yet a tremendous struggle for us, I think, as a community and as a people. So 50 years is good. We want to commend that.
Okay.
I think the struggle continues.
Well, Willard Lindsay, what are you doing to help in the struggle? A lot of people talk about it, and many a place you go, many a meeting that you've probably been in, there's somebody in the back room pointing that should be done like this. But I mean, what are you doing? Are you going to make a difference here and make our city and our state better? Do you think you can?
I think we can, but I don't think that any one individual can do that, Calvin. I think it's going to take us collectively to come together as a community and say, okay, we're tired of this, had enough, and enough is too much. We're just going to have to do some things differently.
All righty.
I think that's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
But I did want to congratulate you, though.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know Mom is listening, and I anticipate hearing from both her and Merlin, and we're going to be discussing more about the Miss Black Oklahoma State pageant. I'd like to invite you to be a part of that pageantry with us.
I'm not going to model, though, and I'm not going to wear a bathing suit.
Well, I don't think you'll be asked to do that. We got something else for you to do.
Anything I can do to help, Calvin,
okay.
I think you know that you have my support.
All righty. Thank you, Brother Lindsay.
All right now.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Great things will happen in Oklahoma if you get together and make a difference. But I was getting ready to tell you about the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. This pageant, for 40 years, over 40 years ago, actually, the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, under the direction of that dynamic, that vivacious, my mom, Clara Luper, has been an example of the pride, success, and achievement in our communities across the state. We're committed to the physical, mental, educational, and spiritual development of young people because of the fact that when they do well, it makes those of us who are over the age of, we still like to call ourselves young, but we learn something at each pageant too. We want you to be a part of it. The doors are open to all who seek success and who desire the opportunity to develop the skills that will ensure their ability to reach their true destiny in the world. You look around the Miss Black Oklahoma contestants, even the ones who did not win, you look around the Miss Black Oklahoma staff, those that have been with the pageant, whether it be the 40 years, whether it be 2 years, no matter what, you look around, you see that they are making a difference on their jobs, in their schools, and in their community. And this year, starting on June June the 14th, starting that Saturday at the Holiday Inn on Lincoln Boulevard, the contestants from across the state will be arriving. Boy, it's gonna be something. Now we have a special theme each day. The contestants will arrive on the 14th. They'll be here on the 15th. That's Sunday. We'll be going to a church. I'll tell you more about that. We want you to be a part of that activity with us. With us on the 16th, that Monday. They will have a special thing going on there. You're invited to be a part of that. The 17th, that Tuesday. My goodness, just think those young ladies, those pages, and those escorts and the staff, they've been together 3 days by now. We all hoping, oh, when will the pageant be? But then at Wednesday, we have another special event, and the public is also invited to that. And June the 19th, we will be having another that whole day, each and every day, starting at a breakfast and a lunch and a dinner. The contestants and the staff and the pages and the escorts will be practicing because we're trying to peak. We will peak on by that Saturday, but Friday we have a special activity going on. I think that's when the judges first arrive, and they have an opportunity then to start the judges, and that is the interview portion of it. But then Saturday at Douglas High School, mm, that's when the actual pageant will be. You will have a chance to see the results of a full week of learning and sharing and frustration and happiness and all that. But Saturday, June the 21st at 7:30 p.m., the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, the 39th annual Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, will be presented with the theme Talent in Full Bloom, like the flowers in June. Well, we're going to tell you a lot more about that as soon as Mom and Merlin call. We're going to go into further detail on the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, and it's so many things that so much that you can do, whether you own a business, whether you are a whatever you're doing. But will have there's a souvenir booklet that will be out. We invite you to get an ad in that. There will be activities and tours across our city, and we will be telling you exactly where that will be. And we want you to maybe put up a little sign and say, "Welcome, Miss Black Oklahoma contestants." They will be here. It's like today. You got we have the Air Force is here on one side of town. We got people rowing their boats on the other side of town. We got something going on at Lincoln Park. But these young ladies from across our state will have an opportunity to visit all these places. Rodale Hornbeck, who is the director of transportation, will be making sure that we make all the right stops. There's a schedule out there. Mrs. Ford, Mrs. Walker, Mrs. Hunter, Mrs. Coleman. Oh, Calvin, that's the bad thing about starting to call names. You know you're going to miss somebody's name. But those of you out there on the Miss Black Oklahoma staff, congratulations. This is our challenging year because we all are running in the race. We may not be running as fast, but we will be ready on June the 21st at 7:30 p.m. The escorts will be ready. The contestants will definitely be ready. And you, the public, we want you to be ready. Some of our past pages and escorts, they experienced the high school graduation ceremonies this week. That's none other than Coco Thomas. And you heard about Coco. Coco has graduated from Millwood High School. Radio audience, you've been with Coco. Coco has been with us. She's been being a senior in high school. And you know that senior year is always a difficult year. And Coco's doing her very best. I haven't gotten the list of scholarships that she has. But Coco has done it. Then there's also David Duplessis. David Duplessis graduated this year from Douglas High School. So those are two people that you are familiar with, and if you're a regular listener to the Clara Luper Show. This also, they've been in the Miss Black Oklahoma both as a contestant. No, sorry, Coco, as a page. And David has been escort. Matter of fact, last year he about ran the escort program. We're extremely proud of those two young people getting ready to do something else now. They're getting ready to go to college. They have no choice. We know they're going. We also like to compliment and congratulate those Clara Luper scholars out at Oklahoma City University for a spectacular year. There are over 100 students now that are there at Oklahoma City University because of the fact that they qualified for the Clara Luper Scholarship. And they're setting a fine example for all of us. Enjoy. We're getting ready. We know that we are ready. I got the persons that I've been waiting on this call all morning because I knew that they would call. Sit back, listen to what they have to say. How are you doing?
Calvin, I'm absolutely fantastic. God has given me one more day.
Oh, you
So
sound
I'm
so
not
familiar.
mad.
You sound so familiar.
Yes, I am very familiar. I'm your sister.
Oh, I've been knowing you all your life. How you doing, Marilyn?
I'm doing just fine, Calvin.
Miss Marilyn Hildred of Allstate Insurance fame. Miss
And
Marilyn Hildred of Uniquely You
mhm.
fame. Will Uniquely You be open today?
No, no,
No.
no, no. We'll
Okay.
be open on Tuesday morning.
Okay. And then, Marilyn, thank you for taking the time out to call because I know that you want to discuss and share with us information about the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. Go to
Yes,
it.
Calvin, I'm so excited because for the 39th year, we will have Miss Black Oklahoma here at Douglas High School. This is the second year that we've gone to Douglas, and they have such a beautiful auditorium, top rate, and we have so many beautiful young ladies. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to invite the most intelligent listening audience to attend the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant on June the 21st. On next week, I will start calling the names of the contestants from across the state. If you have a young lady that they, first of all, Calvin, I think I
Okay,
need to
you're
explain
just
that
going a little
Black
fast there, aren't you?
Oklahoma is more than, it's not just a beauty pageant.
Uh-huh.
It's an educational, motivational stimulus to motivate our young people to go on to the top. See, you must understand, Calvin. The bottom is so crowded, and we want our kids to move on to the top.
And
So I would like to encourage the radio listening audience, if you have businesses, let me hear from you. Let us put posters in your window welcoming the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. Let me put your ads in our souvenir booklet. Let us visit your establishment. We want you to become a total part of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
well, Merlin, you told everyone, and I'm going to reiterate the same fact because this is a special time of the year for us as we prepare for the arrival of the people from across the state, and we want to put forth our very best foot. And this Memorial Day it brings back to mind so many of our staff and contestants that we will be missing this Memorial Day. We will be missing during the course of the pageantry, but there's just so much going on. But Merlin, is there anything else that did Mom say? Did Mom send anything special out to us?
Mom, do you have anything special you would like to say to the most intelligent radio listening
Don't
audience?
don't brag on us too much, Merlin, because we are intelligent.
You want to
You know, we are intelligent. That's why the so much is happening today on Martin Luther King, on the Clara Luper corridor, out at Tinkerfield. Many things are happening. So, what's going on?
Calvin,
Yes.
where you were talking, I just wanted to say this.
Hmm.
It's kind of a sad day when we were planning the pageant because we have lost so many great staff members.
Yes, we have.
Um,
I'm looking at a
Evil
list.
Knight,
Yes.
Maxine Steele,
Yes.
Carol Wade from Muskogee, Oklahoma, who was the promoter of the Miss Muskogee pageant. We've lost um, our judge from New York City,
William Harris.
William Harris, and the list just goes on and on. And we're going to have a special memorial service. But we need some of you to step up. We need some help. We need your help, and we need your help now. It's always good to say, well, I support you. But where are you when we need you? We need you to become a part of one of the greatest traditions in our city, the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. So I challenge you. in the name of Evennite.
Mm-hmm.
Evennite gave scholarships at the, she had the exposure of being involved and went on to the top in her business community and came back and gave scholarships to the pageant. In the spirit of Maxine Steele,
My
I
goodness.
challenge you to step up to the plate. Help us, help these young people. It's easier to help them on the front end than it is to help them on the back end.
Merlin,
It,
Merlin, it also brings to mind some other people that love the pageant and have worked on staff with the pageant. That's Anna Slaughter. There's
Anna
a,
Slaughter.
that's our
That's
dear,
right.
then our dear Cheryl Fowler, and
Yes.
special friend Mr. Charles Hunter. Then there's Geneva Smith, who wrote the song Miss Black Oklahoma
That we continue to
that
sing.
we continue to sing. And then that special beautician, Nyla Jewel Fisher Philip Fisher. Then there's Alice Strain. And of course, Merlin, Freddie Stevens, Irene Drake. Then there's Henry Rolfe Jr. He loved the pageantry time. He loved the fact that that the Rolfe funeral home limos were made available. I think that's when we first started that. And then there was Ruth Tolliver, and then a good friend that I know you know. And that's none other than dear Ellis Hildred. That's just a
Yes.
few of the people, a few of the staff members that we are going to mention this Memorial Day that we will be remembering as we prepare for the Miss Black Oklahoma 2008. All right?
Yes, Calvin. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Oklahoma City. Thank you, the state of Oklahoma. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I used to say all the time when I was, even a couple of years ago, I understood when families faced trials and tribulations. I said, I understood. But unless I've learned, unless you walk a
Mile
mile
in
in
my
someone's
shoes.
shoes,
Hmm.
you never really understand. So those of you that I always said I understood, I really didn't until I had to walk in your shoes. So forgive me, but it wasn't coming from my head. It was coming from my heart. And I know because you've been so kind to my family since my mother's been sick. My nephew, Carlos Clark, is ill. But continue to pray. Pray for Lucille Williams. Pray for the Fortune family. Pray for all of our community. And we love you very much.
All right. Thank you, Merlin. Thank you for being a part of this show. Thank you for doing a great job there at Allstate Insurance. Thank you for adding something to our community through Uniquely You. And then a special thanks to you for patronizing our advertisers, for going by hometown there at 23rd and North Martin Luther King. Even though I know you don't have the time to stop at Gates Barbershop, but then there are other people that know that at Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King, that Phil and his dynamic staff take care of plenty of business. We got a new advertiser. They haven't really gotten come all the way on board yet, but it's a young man. It's a pharmacist and a member of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Not that that's a special reason to go by and patronize him, but it might help. But that's none other than James Graham and his beautiful wife Jennifer. They've opened up the Wingstop restaurant there on North Pennsylvania Avenue, 12225 North Penn. Proud of you, James, and Ross and all of the other Omegas across the nation are proud of the fact that you just recently received that award. Now we want you to continue to make the difference. Make sure that the pharmacy there, CVS, stays together. And now we know where. Come and get some wings. All righty. I have I have one quick caller, and then I have a citation that I want to brag on. And that caller needs to turn that radio down because it's tearing up my ears. Welcome, caller, to the Clara Luper Show. Turn your radio down, please. And now talk to me. Hello.
Praise the Lord. I just want to say in brief,
Uh huh.
this is Elder Walker,
Oh, I gotta say thank
and
you
I
to you.
want to say that thank God for you and Marilyn.
Mm-hmm.
I thank God for you. But one thing I'm going to let you know, I'm praying for the whole entire family.
we
and you let
appreciate it.
mother know that I'm praying daily and not just being coming in for great suspicious or speeches or anything like that, showing who I am. But I just want to let them know that I am praying, and prayer means something.
Now, prayer means a lot.
Yeah, it means something.
Prayer
See, he
means
says praying, not always
something.
praying, not faint. We can do a whole lot of good talking, but we're not praying for one another.
Well, Elder Walker, they having something going on out at Lincoln Park now where they're saying the ministers are walking that walk, and ministers that have talked that talk will be walking that walk. But they don't need a special for you. And over the years, we've watched you grow in the Lord. We've watched you grow in the community, and most importantly, you have not changed at all. And that picture that you left out here that you had of mom and yourself, and the first edition of the book, Behold the Walls, written by Clara Luper, you were there then. You've been a part. You've been a brick. You've been the mortar in the Freedom Center. You've been there whether we needed you or not. You've been there just in case you would need it. And I just want to say thank you publicly for the great work
Thank
that
you.
you've done. Okay, bro?
Thank you.
Okay.
And remember, every day I will be praying for you and you and you, and that means our whole entire world.
That's right, because we got to
We,
live in this together.
yes, sir.
All righty, there you
All
heard
right.
it. Elder
Hey,
Walker.
God bless you.
Okay, thank you. During this week, just the other day, where is that? That's always one thing. But during the course of the week, Mom received another award, and Calvin, I have it here. But
No, she can't receive all the awards.
yeah, she
She
got
would be
another.
able to hold
Yeah,
the
it's 10
awards
o'clock,
that
Calvin.
granted
So
to her.
I'm gonna get right on off here because I don't want to get.
No. I'm to all the praises. Something I know that ain't nobody mad but the devil.
Nah.
Ain't nobody mad but
Okay.
the devil.
Well, let me get the devil out of here so he won't.
All right.
Promises
All right.
Incorporated, we appreciate, and we'll tell you more about it this week. But then
Oh.
sit back, Reverend Elder Walker, and I know you're going to enjoy this because this is a birthday special that I've been practicing all week in the rain, in the wind. Let me get on it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eunice. Happy birthday to you, and may you have many, many more. And also you too, Liberta Johnson over there in Enid. Happy birthday to you. We love you dearly. Stay strong. Stay out of trouble. Do something good this week.